Hello guys, this is your host Hitesh Bhatia and you are watching The Continuous Learning. In today's video, I am going to talk about leaders, those who are facing literal challenges in managing their teams, those who are work from home. So these teams are working remote. As you already know that leaders are facing a lot of problem. In fact, general public is also facing a lot of problem because of the current pandemic, and the reason is, and because of which we all are already locked in our houses. So there's a situation of lockdown everywhere. So what has happened is that teams, those who were working together like yesterday, these are the people, those who are working together under the four walls of their organizations in presence of their leader, suddenly they have been scattered all around. These people have been forced to be in their houses and now they have to work from their homes. So because of this work from home, leaders are facing a lot of trouble. So as you can very easily you can understand what has happened with a leadership role at this stage. If you look at it, leaders, those who are responsible to manage their teams to bring out the best out of them, means in terms of their productivity, their performance in the confinement of four walls of their organization, suddenly overnight their roles have changed. Now, at this stage, what I personally call them is they are no longer leaders anymore. They are known as crisis leaders. The reason being, we are in a crisis, but their role is still continuing, and in fact, it has exploded. Their role is not only confined to the four walls when they are right in front of their people, where they can see their gestures, have a clear communication with each other. They all understand what is required out of them. Everything has changed top to bottom. So in that terms, even leadership roles have changed drastically. That's why they are no longer leaders, they are crisis leaders now, because they are managing their people in a crisis. So what leaders have to do in this case? So because of this change in their role, they have to apply a lot of other aspects into their role now. The reason being is their way of working has changed entirely. Expectations of an organization hasn't changed much, because obviously when work from home has given, that means organization is trying their level best that we continue the work which we were doing. Obviously the work is impacted. I understand that and I must agree to that as well. But at the other end, leaders are responsible to ensure that people work from home and they can manage whatever they can do to ensure that we can minimize the impact on the business. What do we mean by this is that leaders have to quickly step onto the podium and explain what they are doing, what they are not able to do, and how does the future looks like for upcoming days. So understand, this is a chaos. Chaos brings confusion and confusion brings demotivation. So at this stage, people, those who have been asked to sit at home, in most of the cases, none of them were prepared about it. Neither our infrastructure was prepared about it, neither our people were prepared about it, and you can simply say the same thing for leaders as well. So at this stage, leaders have to get onto the podium, clear everything out, because chaos brings confusion. As I'm saying again, confusion means a lot of things floating on the social media, and everything only brings demotivation at this stage, because there is only less of good news and there are a lot of bad news. There are a lot of confusing things happening around. So leaders have to get onto the challenge. Leaders have to explain people, all right, this is what has happened and this is what we are going to do. Good leaders understand that feeling sorry about the situation is not going to help them. They have to understand that what has happened has happened. Now they have to make sure that people get into the focus, people get into the line, so that they can continue with whatever is remaining and whatever is in control. So that is what you have to do as a leader. Step on it, clear the air, bring your people together, and ensure that you are able to continue. Until and unless you do not tell your people what to do, they will never be able to understand it, because they do not go through this every time. This is the first time it is happening, including you. Everybody is facing it for the first time. Now, please understand, it is a reality that you are confined to your own home. Your team is scattered, they are working remotely. That means everybody is working from their own homes. But that does not mean that as a leader, even the major decisions you have to take on your own. Very rarely it happens that leader has to take a decision on his or her own. For a leader, their even biggest decisions or all the important decisions have to be taken collectively. Sitting at home does not mean you change this environment altogether. Please understand, you are a leader. That means that you have to bring your people together. You have to take all the decisions the way you were taking when you were in the office. The same way you have to take the decisions right now, bringing and keeping all your important leaders together. So let's say that you are managing a team and you have 5 leaders under you, people those who are reporting to you. So you have to get on call with them, you have to explain what you are thinking, you have to get their feedback so that they also understand they are still part of the process during this crisis. They should not feel left out, I mean to say. So at this stage, you have to bring them together and do the collective decision making. This is very important to ensure that demotivation does not get onto your leaders as well. Bring them together, tell them that things are still normal, the equation between you and your people hasn't changed, and still you are going to get out of it together. You will not be able to do it alone. Please understand, this is very, very important at this stage. As I was telling you in the first point, chaos brings confusion, it brings demotivation. All these things can be killed down by having a clear communication with your team and with people, those who are reporting to you. Please, there is a chaos all around. That means confusion is overburdening. Confusion is everywhere. We do not know what is going to happen next. We are just taking every day, like one day at a time. And this is creating a lot of questions in everybody's minds. At this time, when everybody is confused, you are also expecting a delivery from your team as well. You are telling them that they have their deliverables, they have to perform, they have to do their job from home, which is overwhelming for everyone. So you have to ensure that you are keeping the communication channel open and free between your people so that they can contact you anytime and you can have a clear communication with them. Any doubt, any issue they have, they can discuss it with you. In fact, people might be suffering from anxiety as well at this stage, so you have to have an open ear for that as well. The easiest way to do is that, if you haven't done it till now, the easiest way to do it is that you can create a scheduler. You can set a time that every day at this hour you are going to have a con call with your team, so that you all talk to each other together, you all discuss what you are going through, and you can also have some free time before that call as well, so that you can just gain more knowledge about each other's families and how all of you are doing. So this will help you to create a relation between your team, or maintain a relation between your team in such difficult time as well. So communication is a key. It's a dual-headed sword at this time for you. So please understand that you have to ensure that you do the communication, because this will help you to either make it or break it with your team. You can bring a lot of motivation and positivity in your team by having a clear channel of communication. I completely understand that we all are feeling overwhelmed at this stage. No matter you are a leader, at whatever stage you are, everybody is feeling overwhelmed, because neither us nor a generation prior to us have seen anything like this. This is entirely new for us. This is changing the course of our lives forever, whatever is happening. So everybody is overwhelmed. But please understand, at this stage, when you are a leader, you cannot have a free emotion at this stage wherein you can still simply start shouting on your own people and you start feeling that anxiety right in front of them. Because what will happen? Your anxiety, your problem, everything is contagious to them. So please understand that you have to keep a check on your emotions. So at this stage, people are looking at you, people are very inspiringly looking at you, because they want rational decisions from your end, and any irrational decision will put them that they will start losing trust from you. So please ensure that you do not have any irrational decisions and you have a complete control on your emotions. So please, it is very important for you to play this role at this stage, because there are a lot of things which are scattered, and as a leader you are the one who can bring everything together and you can take it further. Business has been hit in the most drastic manners, but you are the one, you are the lifeboats which can help the businesses to travel at this time effectively in a hope, in positivity. You can use these points to help your teams really well. You can use these points to help them effectively, because understand, there are two things we all are facing. One is a threat and other one is chaos. And threat and chaos have the ability to bring the most vulnerable side of people, and that is what as leaders you are going to face, and you have to manage that. Thank you for watching this video. I would request you to drop your messages in the comments box, whatever you think about what I have shared. If you have some other points to share as well, feel free to do and write. And I would also request you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon so that you would come to know about my future videos as well. Thank you for taking time. Please stay at home, stay safe, stay with your family. You all need each other at this stage. Thank you very much for your time.